The wind's still blowing violently at times. It's a lot of commotion. It's not. It gets on my nerves just by sight, but it ain't really getting on my nerves. Like, I guess that person leaving or whatever. Somebody just got in that car, got something, got out, whatever. But it ain't getting on my nerves by at the moment. I'm thankful. I almost can't believe it. I'm thankful that, I have peace. I ain't seeing them infamous numbers I usually see. Like, I love it. I love when I can, when you could say I'm fine with it. When I can say or feel like I'm fine with it, but it ain't necessarily that. I don't know. I just know I'm peaceful. Like I said, the sight of it gets on my nerves because for years, it triggered me to see all that. But I don't know. These winds may, are blowing through and it might be calming stuff down. And then um, I watched some videos earlier. One was about a witch called Endor. It was a biblical um YouTube video, but it was speaking about a witch called Endor or whatever, and it stands out to me because it was right after I watched something else. It was like I watched a tarot. Was it a tarot reading? I don't know. I guess it was. Yeah, it was a tarot reading, and it was talking about some stuff or whatever. It was anyway. It was for entertainment purposes, but because I ain't gonna lie, I get entertained by a lot of stuff, but I definitely get entertained by uh just some of the stuff they be saying. But immediately after, the biblical one was like, you don't need to consult. It wasn't talking to me, but it's talking to anybody in general. But you don't need to consult mediums and stuff like that, and don't do divination. Of course, it touched on necromancy and stuff like that. All things that I'm aware of, and I definitely believe and I agree with. So, um, it was just it was something. And so these winds are not strange because God is in charge of it, but they are blowing so violently. Like, I just opened my window and I probably need to close it, but um I don't know. It caught my interest. I turned off the TV and stuff like that, and I just see all this commotion, like I said, going on or whatever. Some people that went to their car, sitting in their cars and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what kind of gathering is taking place. I don't know if it's somebody's birthday. I don't know what's going on. I did see some, like, rearranging and stuff like that I noticed. And, usually when they start to rearrange stuff or whatever, probably preparing for some type of party or something like that. But anywho, it really doesn't concern me. It's just I'm able to um access. The main thing is I'm able to access my camera and stuff and look outside. But sometimes, catches my eye and I observe or whatever. But if I didn't know no better, that darn tarot reading would be on point. Um, nah, I ain't gonna say it'd be on point. It was just, and again, it was entertaining because if I ever imagined or fantasized about anything, it would probably be the words that she was speaking. Like, girl, I mean, because it definitely was things that I've been through, seem similar to what I've been through and stuff like that. And what she was talking about, she was talking about water signs and stuff like that. And again, that's stuff that I don't get wrapped up in. I didn't even know what a water sign was. She kept on mentioning Cancer. And of course, my boy is that he's a Cancer, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's by nature, by spirit, by whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I guess he deemed. Me, I'm not a horoscope type of person or astrology type of person. So I don't do all that. But and then it was just talking about how, um, this person would try to come back because they're not satisfied or happy where they are and all this other stuff or whatever. I mean, I remember some of it and I probably could give better detail, but my stomach is not feeling good right now for whatever reason. I ordered some food last night and today, and neither one of them hit the spot like I wanted it to. It's like, really, I was disappointed. Um, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. And then immediately after I got off of there, I went to a video and it was about, the title caught my eye. Ooh, listen to them winds. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Them winds ain't playing no games. That was the doors and stuff rattling. But it caught my eye because of the title. But when I went in there, and this is the thing, see, this is about God. Like, this is how good God is. He can use a certain title that may seem worldly or carnal or whatever, and you get in there and you get, you get in that, you watch it or whatever, even though it was a biblical YouTube channel anyway. Like, you get in there and get to watching it, it brings the truth. It reminds you of the truth and stuff like that. And that's what I love about God. Period. It's like, I mean, the enemy think he's slick, and he think that God can't use like certain stuff that he even tries to use to bring about truth or let truth shine forth, as far as even exposing the lies. Still commotion or whatever going on. We're going to cars and stuff like that. Ooh, let me see. That wind might pick up again. But yeah, but anyway, the scene and stuff that I keep putting on here has definitely been that house that have for years just gathered people. I almost want to say gathered souls in there, but definitely gathered people with souls in there. And they might be soulless now, no. But and that was like the gathering spot, the meeting spot. And even the tarot reader, she was like, yeah, she was doing stuff in there. She was like, yeah, this is the witching hour and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, oh Lord, y'all need to stop playing around with that. Like, I can be up at 3, 4 in the morning, but I'm not finna be like, yes, this is the witching hour and this, and I'm not even, baby, I'm not trying to peek in and see what y'all doing. None of that. God will reveal, but that's it. It's times when God want me to be up out my sleep, and I just, I try to be obedient because I be sleepy. But I don't know. It's just these winds getting me today. And I recorded a video earlier too where it'll show you, how hard these winds are beating against the hold on, I'm gonna come back, put that in a minute. How hard the winds are beating against the house and against anything it's gonna beat against. Again, let's see if it's a little bit, a tad bit, because they light it on. They might be lighting up some stuff. And these winds didn't come to play. They finna pick back up again. I'm surprised and shocked that my stuff's still standing. I hope it continues standing. I have it like, I have the spikes in the ground, so, it shouldn't come up out of there. I really want to get them all the way down in the ground. Anyway, it got my interest. And then there was the other thing I was thinking about, how, flash one more good time. Let's see if the wind don't pick back up before I go back and sit down. It feels really good out here. I love the wind. Of course, it makes you feel like you're at the beach. And beach wind. was thinking about while I was listening to that reading, and then just after my afterthoughts and stuff like that, and thinking back on if that again, if that my was to be something similar to what I was thinking about or applying to my life or whatever. Okay, do we know on the blow right now? Like it literally wants to get fired. Anyway, I was thinking like if that was applying to my situation, like I was feeling like it could have and stuff like that. Let's see if this is charging. Nope, ain't charging. Why aren't you charging? It was just now charging. The thing was just now charging for me. I'm trying to plug in my. I'm gonna switch them. I'm gonna do those switch words and I'm gonna say what I need to say. Okay. So it was just charging. Come on. Come on. I have a nigger rigged charger, so that's what I was trying to put the food or whatever. Come on. Anyway, what do we like? Like 4 days shy of my son's 10th birthday, and yeah, I don't need him to get his weight up because he done got his weight up. Literally, yeah, he gaining some weight. I need him to get his strength up and stuff like that. But shoot. Okay, this is aggravating. It's not working. Okay, there we go. So I literally had to. Hey, y'all can hear that ding. That is the thing. I'm trying to play on my top about charging. Come on now, stop playing around. Oh, it's aggravating me. I didn't have as much silence going on, but yeah, it's trying to aggravate me. It's trying to act like a darn couch. Hear the birds like, please let the wind stop. Okay, this is like you literally playing games with me. So anyway, I was about to say, I was just thinking to myself how I'm still trying to play with this thing because it's not doing what I needed to do. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. And that's some charging power for this device. My son didn't use the charger so much that he bends it up and he's trying to turn this little short video into a long one. Okay, so I just went ahead and closed the window because the wind doesn't give what it's supposed to give when I be wanting it to give it. Anyway, that reminds me I'm not in control of it. But I was gonna say I should have left. I should have knew enough to. Well, it's been plenty of times, like they say, red flags or whatever, flag on the play. uh, I should have knew a long time ago to leave my boys' dad where he was at. And yeah, that's the topic, whatever. That's what I'm on, whatever. And being that Danny Lay's brother is coming back up in the news and stuff, regarding him suing the baby and stuff like that. But it was just a specific time, like that scene that I was just flashing in the when I was showing you the commotion. That's just been a place of, tried to. It wasn't really a place of many troubles. Of course, it's the people or whatever. But when my boy's dad would go over there, it was crazy. It was entertaining. It didn't feel good dealing with it then, but it was entertaining, somewhat entertaining, and it was I remember one time he was over there and he sent me a message. He was just sitting over there with them. And he was like, "You called the police on my family. You a hater." And yeah, it was trying to get me stirred and stuff. I had just got out of church and stuff like that. Just came home from church or something like that. And it was just like, yeah, the devil just trying to show up and trying to start something with me. And at the time, I didn't look at it like that. I'm the type that's like, I'm going to respond. And I think like the next day I went over there and I was looking his so-called aunt in the eye. And I was like, I ain't called the police on nobody. I don't care what's going on. I said I got these nasty text messages last night, and I was just letting it be known. And she just stood there and looked at me like, I don't care if you call the police or whatever. And I said, and there's some people that will look in your eyes and they'll lie to you. And I don't know if I cleared up. I said I'm not that type, but it was basically revealed to me that she's that type. So I was just calling that spirit for what it was right then and there. I didn't know. Um, but yeah, he did that, and I'm thinking and guessing this is during the time that he was messing. I think it was messing around with that girl and stuff like that. So basically playing, he would just up and just he would be around and he'd leave for a while, then come back, and he'd come back like everything was normal, like he never left. And I don't know, honestly, that was something that I liked about him because I'm like, distance and time shouldn't change how we get along and stuff like that, how we respond to each other. And I still believe that. And I ain't saying agreeing with it and believing it regarding him. I believe that just about whichever relationship that is not toxic that I do have or decide to have in my life. But, so, that's, I guess that's just how he played on my top and played with my emotions and stuff like that. Because it's something that I already know this is how it's supposed to be. Even though you couldn't fool. And even for another example, like when he wanted a paternity test done on our son and stuff. We went to get it done. He was so like livid. I could feel, yes, the energy, but like the spiritual atmosphere in that room because they just left us sitting there. We don't know if we can't stand each other, no nothing. And at that moment, it was like he couldn't stand me. I feel like you can't stand me because what? The truth finna be told, and but it's so crazy because then after that, he came right over here like that didn't take place that same day. And he wasn't like that. And I didn't feel that same type of, it was like madness. It was definitely anger and stuff like that. But I'm like, and I don't know. I guess he might have felt some type of way because it was my late grandma who had took me up there to get it done. But it was him who initiated. I just didn't understand. He can initiate something, but I'm the type that'll respond, baby. I'm gonna give you a response, and it's probably not gonna be the one that you like, but I'm gonna give you a response. Because of course he told me, that spirit told me to be a trained bitch, and I wasn't. And so, so like just naturally being who I am in my response to, what I'm saying, whatever's going on, that thing was angry, and I couldn't understand like why the heck, why is people so mad that I'm just being me, I'm just doing what I'm doing or whatever. And they, I'm encouraging them to be themselves, and shoot, even if they when I'm encouraging them to be themselves, they get ugly, nasty, and worse. It's not that I'm accepting, but I'm just like, yeah, I guess everything needs to be out in the open. We need to be transparent. But anyway, he came over like that day didn't happen. It was plenty of stuff like that. It was plenty of times, and so of course that gets on my nerves. That definitely tries to play on my top. That definitely plays with my emotions, but it gets on my nerves probably more than anything. Like, or you are just trying to give me a hard time for no reason. Like, that's what I literally felt like. Like you're trying to you're trying to be difficult, and and this is the thing. I think at least I think. I can't say I believe, but I think that you don't have to. And then he even confirmed before. It was like, oh, out of all of them, I can be myself. And I'm like, I'm sitting here like, out of all of them, who the fuck is all of them? Who, what? There's only one of them, and anybody that's crazy is going to punch you right in your face. I mean, I might feel like, boy, you're going to get sucked right in your nose, but and then during that particular time on that night when he said that, I didn't feel like that. I just felt like this is the man that I'm in love with, and what they say, that's mine, so I'm gonna stick beside him. But yeah, that's what I was doing, or whatever. And he really was. He was laid up with that girl. That was definitely during that time. He was laid up with some chick, and he came over and him and I ain't gonna front. That was like some sweet love, and it's like one or two or three or four times. It's like a handful of times where it was like some sweetness between us, and I mean, you can almost taste it. It tasted good, and I do remember, one time my son gave me a kiss on my lips when he was younger, and when they was babies or whatever, peck them on the lips or whatever, but and it like tingled on my lips. It was so sweet, and then that same day. I think I was getting back in town, and I guess he must have missed me, and so we came here. It was daytime, and we usually don't really get it in the daytime. I should say make love, but I mean, the way I just don't want to be connected to him no more. I don't even want to consider it that, but it was definitely always love making on my part. I was in love with this man, and but it's certain times that just stood out, and that was just one day, and it was just crazy. It wasn't crazy in a bad way, but it was kind of wild. But and I missed him or whatever, and I was so ready to see him. He came and he was like happy to see me. He got on my nerves the whole time. The whole time I was late, he wanted me to send pictures of my breast and stuff like that, and I was just like, boy, You know, if I guess in that perfect world, if it was only us and he wasn't involving other people and doing other stuff, then we good to go. But it's like he didn't want to let it be, and so now I'm at the place where it's like I don't want to let it be. I don't want to let it be. No, seriously though, that is the serious note. Like I don't like way you need to go on about your business. And again, I'm saying all this and not saying that he has reached out to me or anything, but of course, when that name comes up, I just be like, oh, trying to manifest. And then today it actually came out of my mouth and I didn't mean to, and I just couldn't even. By the time I said it, I couldn't stop it. And after that, I've said it a couple more times because again, I'm looking at Danny Lay's brother, going through the stuff, and I just, was searching it on YouTube and stuff like that. Then I seen it last night where the other guy who played in Big Mama's House, what, 3 or whatever, his real name, he got the same name or whatever, and it was about him saying something popped up on there, and I was trying my hardest stuff, but I was like, oh my god, and like literally like rolling my eyes, like, but if I'm not mistaken, this is like the day of or the day before. And I can go back in and find the actual message where he was like, "Oh, I might as well be with you." he messaged me that saying I might as well be with you then, I guess, or something like that. And then and this was in 2000, gosh, I believe it was 2018. I'm finna look it up, and I'm gonna like flash a shot of exactly when it was. But he said something along those lines, and I don't know if I responded or what. And then he said it, and I don't either. I might not have responded or something like that. And he showed up here, and I stood at the door and I was talking to him, but I didn't let him in. And I told him, I said, "You probably," I said, "you ain't gonna want your kids to." I think I had both sons by then. Yeah, I know I did. If it was 2018 or 17. And it's like you probably want to get your act together because, you know what I'm saying? This might be the way you're going to see your sons, like through a glass window. I was like, and it ain't finna be me because I'm not finna do it. I did it with my daughter's dad, and, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe, I don't want to say I should have saved it for when I was with him if he needed or whatever, but it is what it is. I said, I'm not doing it. You gonna be on your own. And he was like, oh, you wouldn't bring my kids to see me and this, that. He was actually talking like a baby daddy, like like he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, be nice, should I say, instead of be this little, whatever he be acting. He got an alias that he called himself or whatever, refers to himself as, and I was like, boy. And yeah, I just wanted that whole thing to die. I just couldn't deal with that. But you trying to, you want to see your kids. Why y'all want to wait till y'all get behind bars to see your kids and stuff and want pictures and want, you be out here free, but you want to spend your time dipping and dabbling in something you ain't got no business to even risk not seeing your children. So why, so come again and tell me why I would bring my kids up anywhere to see anybody that had the opportunity when they was out here to, I'm not. That's how I felt or whatever. That's how I strongly feel now. Like, why? And I would, God move on me, and I'd be like, Lord, why? Mess around, question God, why, Lord? He gonna be like, was you with me when I laid the foundations of the? But seriously, yeah, that's not my desire at all, and I do, can't front. I love that man, but I'm not in love with him, definitely. And I'm thankful for my children, my sons, my boys. But baby, let me tell you something. I just feel like, baby, just stay where you at. But it was, I don't know, this is coming up too because it was just so much commotion going on over there. And he would come here and be with us, but he would still step out and go over there. Felt like he had business regarding his so-called relative, his so-called family. But, I know him as bloodline relatives. And So, you know, that's why that's coming up or whatever. I mean, it literally got on my nerves, and you would think he would have gave me a headache. I started getting headaches like later on, probably about 2017, 18 or whatever. Like, but the whole time, the rest of the time that I was dealing with him, he got on my nerves, but it just wasn't penetrating to giving me a headache. And, I thank God for it, but yeah, now is definitely not the time for me to be trying to have no headache. So keep it moving, sir. Oh man, I'm really trying to. Okay, so I'm trying to sign into the account where it is. Oop, and oop. So I'm trying to sign into the account. Ugh, I hope it does not make me. It's still not charging. But sheesh, which email was I even using in 2017 or 18? I think 2018 I was using the other one for 19. But anyway, I'm finna look it up. You know what? On the latest versions of Gmail, it might have showed it on there. Oh, you can only look at. I was like, where is it? Because you can only look at a few at a time. Let me see. He said, might as well. Something like that. And this was, yeah. And baby, when I hear somebody say something like that to me, like you basically, whether even you feel like you settling and you just don't know for sure, you still, that's what she said too. She was like, yeah, that person had been undecided, or I'm not undecided no more. I'm not juggling this. I'm not. Oh no, baby. You thought, you thought time was going to wait on you like that? Absolutely not. My best Tabitha Brown voice. No, sweetheart. No, sweet pea. It don't work like that. So, anyway. Oh my goodness. This is so funny to me. I like having a good little laugh at him. So especially a comedian. He's a comedian personality. And he was definitely funny. I don't know how funny he is these days. I don't think he lost it, but then again, you never know. Especially when you don't use it, you don't utilize it. It's a gift from God. I'm thinking that because when I said, oh, I thought he was supposed to be a comedian when everybody else wanted him to be a truck driver. Speaking of trucks, this airplane just hit this truck. Oh my gosh, this airplane crashed near here, and it hit the truck. The what is it, 18-wheeler or whatever, tractor trailer, whatever they call them. And the person in the truck survived, but that pilot is gone. That thing burst into flames, and they got footage of when it was going down, and then the big old pillar of smoke that came up afterwards. I was just like, what? Wait, what? I'm still trying to search for this thing. Um, oh my goodness, I was saying some stuff to him. I was saying stuff to him and trying to be funny or whatever, but I just wish that he could be more transparent and talk to me or whatever. And I said I wasn't going to be wishing this year, but you know, I had high hopes that he was gonna, and he was opening up and he was starting to and stuff, but then he would get around other people and it would shut down. And me, baby, I got patience and I thank God for it, but it comes a time when you be like, well, all good things come to an end. See, if I can go in here and I can find the Ooh, baby, what is you doing? I don't know, baby. What is you doing? That's my kids out there playing. Okay, so it's trying to act up. I'm determined. See, I'm determined to find it. It's still getting on my nerves though, and especially because my charger. And then okay, I'm getting it to 35 as far as the video. I don't. I didn't mean to sign out of all accounts now. Y'all playing on my top. That's one of my favorite phrases right now. I don't know what's going on with me. Y'all are playing on my top now. Don't play with me. No, but seriously, I gotta find it. Okay. Oh, I can't. If I can remember the year. I know it was February of one of these years. I just don't know if it was 18 or 17. I know it was 19. I don't think it was 19. No, it was 2000. It had to been 18 or 17, and I'm leaning more towards 18. And this is the other thing. I don't even want to go back and read nothing between me and him. I know it's going to even make me laugh because he cracked me up. As much as he was using his words to verbally assault me and stuff, if that was even his intentions, it still made me laugh. I was just like, boy, you wild. You a trip. Rarely was anything penetrate me enough to be hurtful. It got on my nerves so bad, but it didn't really hurt me. I wasn't really offended by it. But that don't mean that I wouldn't use that for him and let him think that I was offended by it. And then if I come across something like December 29th, 2017, and he was coming over here, but, he was already involved with whatever he got going on, again, whether that's truly who they wanted to claim she was or whatever to him. I'm laughing at even that because I'm like, girl, I'm part of me is saying, girl, please, but another one, of course, is saying, girl, bye. Don't nobody got time for that. That's on you. Um, Because I'm not gonna compete for no nigga. I just seen that Temptation Island was coming back out and stuff like that, and I'm like, wait, what? What y'all got going on? It was so funny, but this thing keep on messing up, acting up, cutting up. Okay, let me just do a filtered search. I never thought I'd be even typing in this email anymore. And I really gotta be careful with it because that is really a whole different season. Not create a filter. I'm looking for search options. See? But yeah, I might as well because I don't want to speak life, breathe life, or nothing into this, a dead person, a dead situation, or anything like that. When something is gone, I don't even be speaking dead to me or anything, but when something is gone, it's over and done for me. I want to be done and over. I struggled with stuff like that as far as making sure that it was done and over, or it just wasn't done and over fast enough for me. Um, in the past, so I'm like, don't want to open it back up. But I really do laugh at oh man, Can I? Was it 2000? Okay, so it was the time when he was messaging my son to. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I got so many other messages from 2017, but let me focus on what I'm looking at. So this is evidently Saturday, February the 17th, 2018 at 10:20 p.m. So again, he was already involved with them. Okay, he said, "Tell my boys I said I love them." I'm not gonna laugh at that too hard. Don't laugh. Tell my boys I said I love them. But I don't know. I think I might have probably showed them. Maybe I don't know. And I was gonna respond, but it stayed as a draft. I said I wish I would. And I guess he must have been asking for, one of them infamous pictures he asked me for. I'm trying to stick to this specific date because if I do anything else, I'm gonna go to the year previous. Yeah, maybe not look at all that. I said I wish I would. He was saying, oh yeah. So then, same date, Saturday, February 17th, 2018, 10:31. So that was at 10:20. This is at 10:31 p.m. I was supposed to be showing y'all, but I'm not trying to show y'all all my information. So now, tell my boys I said I love them. Um, said something. I had opened the door, or he wanted me to open the door, or whatever. I said no. Your mammy is the be with her. Man, she nasty hard. Take that up with her. I don't know whether he must have came over and he said. I think that's the time he came over and then he walked walked off and he called me the B word and I was just like, no, your man is B. Oh, and there we go. Anyway, I might as well be with you. And so I'm gonna try to show this without showing everything. Even his stuff. Yeah, he said anyway, I might as well be with you. So this is that day, and I guess this is why it's coming up too. This is at 11:15 p.m. And I declined, because it's like, no, you evidently got other stuff you need to sort out within yourself, and I can't, there's nothing I can do. I've tried, and I've hoped, and I've. So that was after he said, "Tell my boys I love them." He also said, "I just tried to come to amends," but I know he meant amends. But good night, And sometimes you just gotta like people right there where they are. That little spot right there. Just leave them where you at, as far as that's concerned. So, let me see if there's a way I can show y'all this without y'all being in my business. Just don't do that. No. No, no, no. That what I was gonna use really was gonna have y'all all in my business. I know this is ghetto, but sometimes you gotta get ghetto. So for one, I'm gonna use all of it. Because I like when I find a receipt and yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try to cover that part. This is about to be so ghetto. Like for real. Beyond ghetto. Anywho, let me try to show y'all. Ooh. And then when I turn off, it's always some foolishness going on. But anyway. Of course, this is when he was saying, yeah, I got some ghetto stuff going on, but it don't matter. I'm trying to, ooh, no. Y'all tried it. Y'all trying it with my information. Anyway. Anyway, I don't even want y'all to see my son's name right there, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, because I don't even call him back, but But yeah, so that was the stuff that I would get, and like I said, I'm here to really get up out of here, rush up out of here, because part of me be feeling like, oh, he wants me to see something like that and just melt for him and fall back deeply. I was never madly in love. Some would probably think I was, but deeply in love with him and all that. And the devil be bound. I'm talking about the devil. I ain't talking about him, but if he got any parts with the devil with him, then be bound as well. But I know this video has went on long enough, and I was doing too much and too little at the same time. They know it's time for them to go to bed, so I hope they didn't got their behinds in the bed. Something, I was gonna say, something is going on at my side door. Let me check it out. It's dark over there, so can't really see anything. I can only hear. How about I check back on this commotion that was at the front door? In the front. So yeah, again, just seeing all of them gathered or whatever. Well, y'all might can see it, might can't, whatever. Gathered. It was just almost like old times or whatever. And honey, they would have something. I would see his car pull up, or it was rare that he was already over here and then went over there. But it was like once or twice where you here with me, we trying to chill out, and you want to go out there. You think something is outside? Absolutely, and you ain't inviting me, or you ain't packing me and your kids up, and we all going to nah. So I forgive for that or whatever. And like I said, them was his relatives, so it's understandable. But it was like, oh no, baby, you don't know how much I done. Like, I wasn't necessarily turning away from stuff and people for him. I was honestly led, like, you need to be doing something different with yourself. So I was acting on it with him. Pretty much just like getting away from my relatives and stuff. And I didn't mean to. That's not what I intended to do, because I really enjoyed the people that I was around. They were not like, outward appearance, inward, they no telling what they had going on, but outward appearance, they was not bad people. And they like somebody said earlier, they could be the sweetest people in, from the outside, but inside is wicked. They the most wicked, and that could have been that or whatever. So that was that or whatever. But at least being with him taught me or helped me to, I have to stand on my own 2 feet. Of course, I'm not left alone. God has not left nor forsaken me. I almost said I hope not, but I don't believe that God has left nor forsaken me. And so, sometimes I do be feeling like, oh, God forsaken. But that's a feeling, and to God be all the glory. Like, I belong to Him, and I believe that it's even been sealed as far as my life. But yeah, I put that into practice or whatever with him. But I think if I was to do that with anybody else, I feel like it would be scary. I'm not going to sit here in front. Man, that's why I said I don't want nothing less than a man of God, period. Because I'm not going to feel secure. Like, the way God has had me and helped me and made me feel secure, I'm not going to feel secure with nobody, nothing less or anything like that. Nothing, I don't want to call him a thing, and no one less. So, but in the meantime, in between time, it's almost nice reading that message, and makes me, love him and care for him and stuff like that. But I do not want that man. don't want that man. And yeah. So yep. Um, I guess that's where I'm just gonna end it. Because I done showed some of my business and I ain't even mean to. 50-minute video. Sorry for dragging it out, but yeah.